Die Perle Tirols, das Mädchen Kuhstein, das kennst du wohl, umrahmt von Bergen, so friedlich und still. Ja, das ist Kuhstein am grünen Inn. Ja, das ist Kuhstein am grünen Inn. Bei uns in Tirol, es gibt so vieles bei uns in Tirol. Ein gutes Weine aus Südtirol und mancher wünscht sich, schmeckt immer zu sein bei einem Madel und einem Glas Wein, bei einem Madel und einem Glas Wein. Bei uns in Tirol.
Well, guten Tag, y'all. Guten Abend. Willkommen to Das Ist Lustig Haus. We're ready to drink some beer with you. We don't know what our first song is going to be yet. That's bad, isn't it? Actually, it should be a beer song. Because tonight it's all about Paulaner and Hacker Pschorr and other delicious beers that Paulaner brings into the state of Texas. So why don't we start with an Ein Prosit? I mean, we may as well get toasted together to get started, right? So hold them up. We hope you have a cold one. Ross just poured his. We finally got the foam under control. There was a little bit of a mishap in the kitchen with that, but we're ready to go now. So, zing along. We think. It's good not to pour beer with the accordion strapped on.
Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Eins, zwei, drei, super! Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke! Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke! Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke! Prost!
Prost, y'all. Drink it up. Ah, yeah. Now I feel better. Do you have a beer mustache, Ross?
I do not.
You do not. Okay, good. Just making sure. Foam disaster. Yeah, a little bit of a foam disaster. We got it under control. All right, well, let's play a drinking song of some sort. And I can't think of anything better, but in heaven there is no beer. Hope Tracy's out there tonight. In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. And when we're gone from here, all our friends will be drinking all the beer. Im Himmel, da gibt's kein Bier, drum trinken wir es her. Und sind wir nicht mehr hier, dann trinken die anderen unser Bier. Hey, Ross! Ja, 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 ja. Ja, 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 ja. Ja, 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 ja. In heaven there is no beer. Hey! Alrighty, let's check in and see who all's online tonight. I saw Margaret and Dale are out there, Doug and Cheryl, Carl is out there, Carol Dasher is out there. Let me see who else. I see Annette up in Oklahoma is in the house. Judy in New Braunfels is in the house. Paige is here. Diana and Mike Sunlightner are here. And John Slaughter from Paulaner is in the house. Hello, John. Thank you so much. Look at this beautiful, gigantic beer mug we have on the counter. And I don't mean just the one that Ross is drinking out of. I mean the big one. We can't drink that till after the show. Actually, it's going to look really cool hanging on the wall in our little beer corner there as we rearrange things to fit it in. But anyway, we wanted to dedicate this entire show tonight to Paulaner and Hacker Pschorr beers. Thank you, John, for your support. And here in Houston, if you eat here in Houston, some of the restaurants, if you want to have some Paulaner on tap, you can go to Rudy Lechner's restaurant. They have it right there in the restaurant, in the bar, on tap. And I think they also have Hacker Pschorr in the bottles. And down at Sauerkraut Grill in Sugarland/Richmond, you can also get Paulaner or Hacker Pschorr in the bottles. So there's good beer to be found. If you have a bar or a restaurant nearby that you want to have some Paulaner or Hacker Pschorr in and they don't have it yet, let us know because we'll pass it along to John and he'll see about getting it in there for you. I mean, you shouldn't be without Paulaner. All right, let's see. Carl's in the house. You know, Carl has been a wonderful support and almost like a band sponsor for us. He's been around and watching our music as long as we've had a band. Since actually before we have had a band, we've been friends. He used to follow our friends in the Alpenfest band. He still follows Alf Gates. And he's been a huge supporter of our band. He travels with us every year, makes sure that we get around safely in a nice big van with all of our equipment. And this is one of his favorite songs that he asked for a few years ago. It's called Westerwald. So this goes out to Carl Henderson, Major Henderson, if you guys are online with him. Eucalyptus bonbon. I don't know what it's all about, but you gotta say it in the right spot. Über deine Höhen pfeift der Wind, so kalt jedoch der kleinste Sonnenschein fließt tief ins Herz hinein. Die schöne Westerwald. house tonight who have traveled with us as well. Kelly and Christy are hanging out with Margaret and Dale. So, yeah, we've got some little family units hanging out together. And Carolyn said that she has some friends over at her sister. I think, did I get that right? It was a few conversations ago when I read that. But, yeah, there's some people hanging out with each other tonight. So maybe we'll have to do some interactive stuff so you guys can dance together. Yeah. Oh, and they can see Little Dipper over there, too. Little Dipper doing his thing. So I saw one request come in already. And we have a few requests from last week's show that we want to make sure we get to those tonight, too. Uh-oh, Dennis is in the house. That means there's some Pivo being drunk out there as well. Uh-oh, David Bolt says he's looking forward to the toy accordion tonight. After I finish...
Well, maybe we will drag that out. I mean, it's not something I play normally.
Give us a little more time with this, and we'll probably just about do anything.
Speaking of which, we do have a special presentation. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to transpire, but
yeah, we're not sure when we're going to do it, but it'll probably be pretty soon. Yeah, before we get too schnockered. So our requests that came in last week were Tulips of Amsterdam.
Okay.
From Carol, and she's up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We also had a request for the Blue Skirt Waltz all the way from Canada from John and Rose. They would like to hear that one. We ought to do that one next.
Okay.
And Red Raven Polka from Kelsey over in New Braunfels.
Dankeschön, DQY.
Bob Suddy said, it's all about the bass, no treble. Oh, yeah. He has a bass drum mic on that left-hand side over there. It's pretty, and those are some really big reeds on that side too, aren't they? Like almost as big as that beer mug.
They're pretty big reeds.
Yeah, big. Yeah.
Specially built
Helicon?
accordion. Helicon reeds.
Yeah.
Helicon is the ancestor of the tuba.
Okay, so we are playing tuba tonight, Pastor Ray. Just it's tuba inside the accordion. By a really long shot.
Well, we had a special request from Pastor Ray to play tuba. Unfortunately, I do not play the tuba.
And our tuba
player.
We
have a tuba player that works with us by the name of Kerry Jones, a real fine gentleman and a fantastic tuba player, but unfortunately, I don't play the tuba. So the best I can do is to emulate it with my left hand of this accordion. Yeah.
We could have asked Mason to join us, but he'd have to be outside because we, quarantine and all that.
Social distancing.
Yeah. Yeah. Some point, Mason is going to join us at Sauerkraut, I think.
Doesn't polka music kind of promote social distancing?
No, polka music does not promote social distancing. You haven't had enough beer yet. All right, well,
maybe it's just us that it promotes social distancing.
We just played a pretty waltz, and we had a request. One of our requests was for the Red Raven polka, and I think Kelsey's in the house. Kelsey, are you here yet? I don't know if he's here yet. I need to check and make sure if he's here yet. And Amanda and Cody in Oklahoma are in with us tonight.
Oh, wow.
And who else joined up in the last few minutes? Kirk Webb, Jimmy Fivial. He follows us at Worst Fest. Uh-oh. Molly Ness is in the house. I better not sing out of tune tonight.
Oh, my goodness. Speaking of Paulina talked in our last show about her training, that she did not go to college to study.
I did not.
Music or voice or anything like that. But she had a wonderful, wonderful high school choir director.
Yeah, I did.
That really kind of cracked the whip on her, you might say, and whipped her into shape.
I had no direction back in high school. If it wasn't for Molly Ness, I don't think I ever would have found my way.
So, I mean, in a sense, she did not quite have a college education, but she got the next best thing to it.
I did, yeah.
By having Miss Ness as her choir director.
Yeah. So, let's play. Oh, yeah, we were going to see. I haven't seen if Kelsey's in the house yet. And Brian says we like polka music. Brian, is Tammy there with you? Do you have a dance partner? Let's see. Let's do No Beer on Sunday.
Okay.
Because, it's just a song. We have beer, and tomorrow's Sunday, and you can still stock up after our show tonight.
Well, and we had that request for the toy accordion. We'll have to see if there's actually something that can be played on it. It's somewhat limited in what it can do.
I think you did Here Comes Santa Claus last time. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
No beer on Sunday.
No beer on Sunday.
The no beer song. And then we're going to drink some beer after that. I was driving through the town on a Sunday afternoon, and all I had to spend was $1. I walked into the bar just to have a little drink, and what do you think the bartender hollered? No beer today, no beer today, can't buy beer on Sunday. No beer today, no beer today, you gotta come around on a Monday. Hey! You know what? When was the last time you could get anything for $1? Much less buy beer on a Sunday. I don't even know if it's about not getting beer on Sunday. I think it's more about getting anything for $1. What can you get for $1? A stick of gum? Half of a Kit Kat bar? A sample size of mustard, maybe? We still don't know. I was driving through the town on a Sunday afternoon, and all I had to spend was $1. I walked into the bar just to have a little drink, and what do you think the bartender hollered? No beer today. today, no beer today. You gotta come around on Monday. No beer today, no beer today. You can't buy beer on Sunday. No beer today, no beer today. You gotta come around on Monday. Hey! Yeah, would. So, there was a song about no beer. Thankfully, it's not really true anymore. If you go to a restaurant, you can order a drink. If you, go to the grocery store and plan ahead on Friday or Saturday and load up, who cares about that rule? Just sit in your backyard and have a couple of Paulaners. Ugh. Getting a little bit low. We had a request for a beer drinking song. It came all the way from Connecticut, from our friend Frank, who is the leader of the Austrian boys band. He asked for the Hofbrauhaus song. Well, we're not drinking.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Austrian boys band. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
But I was. Are they going to be doing some online shows too?
I don't know. They said they were going to, but I haven't seen anything yet. So Frank, whenever you get that show time, like what day you're going to do it, make sure to send me an email or a post or something so that I know to add it to my. Because every Monday afternoons I try, if not Monday, then it's on Tuesday. I try to put up what the next week's online entertainment is going to be. While we're all still in quarantine and most of us are still kind of trying to stay home and stay out of big crowds, we're wanting to let you know who all's online and when. Squeezebox has been on Tuesday nights, and also they've been doing a feed every day of one song. Or I think a couple of weeks ago, Ted did an accordion 101 on, not on accordions, but on the concertina, which is a crazy instrument. The thing is crazy. The guy who invented it had to have had a bottle of Slivo before he even started.
Well, I think the guy that invented it was fine, but then people started adding to it after they had Slivo and schnapps and all that. And that's when things got a little bit mixed up.
Crazy. So anyway, Squeezebox is doing that. Their YouTube channel is just full of things that they've loaded up over the past 8 weeks. And let's see, our friend Brett Klein has been online with piano music. Matt Tolentino is on most Thursday nights with music from the parlor. It's 1920s, 1890s, some silly songs thrown in, lots of American polka music, some German and Czech as well. Alex Meixner has been on Wednesdays and Sundays, usually alternating. He has some fans overseas, so sometimes he's on Sunday pretty early, so the guys in Holland and Germany can listen to his music.
And that infamous comedy duo,
Hops and Schnapps. Yeah, they're on about once every couple of weeks. So, and I try to list all of this. And yesterday we saw Lori Brooke from the Lorelei and Shotzi and the Yodel Blitz band. She had her first online show yesterday, and that was quite pleasant as well. She has a beautiful voice, and she can yodel way up into the stratosphere. So,
well, and she's been doing the German music for a number of years now, but
since she was a teenager, I think.
I think she's lately been venturing into Western swing, country Western. And she's doing some really nice stuff.
Yeah, her song selection is great. So we'll be mentioning her when she's online again. And of course, she saved her shows from yesterday. It was supposed to only be one, but Facebook dropped her off. She had to start over again. So there's basically 2 shows from yesterday of Lori.
If I'm not mistaken, that was her first show.
It was her first
attempt.
She did great.
And,
this is not easy.
I can tell you from experience that things do not always go the way they should. So our hat's off to Lori.
All righty.
Well, you were going to play a bell song, I believe.
Is Kelsey here? I think I just saw something at Kelsey's here. Kelsey, get in here. Okay, he's not in here. Mark Hermes is in the house. Mark from the Checkaholics. Checkaholics were just online last week. Doika Brothers were just online last week. So, okay, just check on my page and see who's listed. We list whoever we know is going to be out there.
Oh, and the forgive me if I get the name mixed up. Is it the Blue Jean Band?
The Blue Denim Band,
Blue Denim
I think
Band
is the name. I haven't heard them yet. But I know that they're awesome because Clinto Robinson and Troy Arndt are both in the band. They're both radio gods here in Texas.
They're both DJs at
they're radio DJs.
Polka
some
stations.
polka and old country. And they let me put masks on them with my Photoshop program. That was fun. All right, so Hofbräu House. The bells are already set up, so all we got to do is sing, and we're going to change the words. Frank, I hope you don't mind. Are y'all shunkling? You just got to go side to side. Da var det grene I så friskt, wo man mit Slott begrüßt, liegt meinen schönen Menschenstadt, die es gleich gar nicht hat. Wasser ist billig, rein und gut, nur wer dort es unsere Blut. Schöne sind Tropfen goldenen Weins, aber am schönsten ist eins. In München steht ein Paulaner Haus. 1, 2, super! Da lockt so manches Waschen aus. 1, 2, super! Da hat schon manche brave Mann. 1, 2, super! Gezeigt, was es so betragen kann. Schon früh am Morgen fing an und spät am Abend kam heraus. So schön ist im Paulaner Haus. Yippie! Now what do we say? Ziki-zaki, ziki-zaki! I can't hear
don't
you.
hear you.
Ziki-zaki, ziki-zaki! Ziki-zaki, ziki-zaki! Oh, I give up. Let's just play more music.
Oh, wait, I don't...
I'm going to need a refill pretty soon.
I guess you need a bigger mug.
I could use a bigger mug, but you have our bigger mug. So
I have the bigger
I'll
mug.
go with the little mug and I'll just refill it. That means I get to drink more beer than you.
No, it just means you have to get up more often.
Alrighty. Well, we have a little surprise planned for you tonight. Something we've been working on for several days. And it requires a little bit of changing here. Ross is going to take off the accordion. No, the alpine horn is not involved. But there is beer involved. So
Yeah, there is. some
our
beer
producer, director, lighting engineer, sound engineer, and key grip, accordion player, singer, and cute guy overall, Ross, is going to change over the TV screen for you so you can take part in something very special that we
involved.
put
Well, right now
together.
we're going to show you Little Dipper.
Oh, we are?
We got the...
Oh,
Dipper
we're going to go to Lil Dipper first. Well, there he is. Is he up yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's there.
Little Dipper. There he is.
You can get a better look at that huge Paulaner.
He's having a drink.
Hefeweizen.
He begged for a Paulaner mug as well, and we told him it was going to take him a while to finish it, but he said
Well,
no
you know,
problem.
He had to get a booster seat just to...
Yeah, he
fix it
did.
up
We've got our can of blood sausage under him, so
so he can reach the...
yeah, we've been shopping in the German imports grocery for specialty items. I mean, you got to be ready for the hurricanes, so canned meat, let's get some blood sausage. We're good. We're ready. Fridge stocked with beer, plenty of ice blocks in case the electricity goes out.
It's Speaking of ready, are you ready?
I'm ready. Why don't we switch it over to that special surprise that we have for everybody?
Tonight's Beerzeit story with Paulaner Polka is brought to you by Paulaner USA. Draw your loved ones and your beer in close and enjoy the story about Hefeweizen and the 3 beer mugs.
Once upon a time, there were 3 beer mugs, and they lived in a nice little cupboard in a house on a street in a great city. There was 1 beer mug, the 2nd beer mug, and the 3rd beer mug. Each beer mug had their own spot on the shelf in the cupboard where they waited for the people of the house to have a big party. One morning, the people of the house decided to go shopping. They went to the store and saw all kinds of things. They saw breads, meats, fishes, apples, bananas, pears, cookies, candies, soda pops, and gum. What a nice selection, the people said, and they started loading their basket. They loaded their basket with pretzels, mustard, bratwurst, radishes, toilet paper, and even some beer. This looks like it will last a few days, they said to each other. Let's pay for this and go home. So they did. When they got home with their haul, and what a grand haul it was, they stuffed the fridge full of all those items. There was so much, it didn't all quite fit. The beer was still on the counter. So the people left the house again, hoping to get a cooler and some ice for the beer. The beer left on the counter was a Hefeweizen. When the people were gone, the Hefeweizen got an idea. It looked around, and it saw a cupboard above. It called up to the cupboard and said, "Hey, is anyone up there?" So the cupboard opened its door, and 3 beer mugs hopped down onto the counter.
Turn the page.
The mugs were all different, each with their own look and style. The mugs, all 3, seemed to beckon to the beer to pour itself out for them, which it was quite excited to do. After all, once it left the brewery, it had been in such cold, lonely places, closed away from all it had ever known. New surroundings and a purpose seemed so appealing. The Hefeweizen eagerly stepped up to the 1 beer mug, which was big and tall and clear glass. The Hefeweizen stewed a bit on the idea of pouring itself into this big clear glass, but it felt all wrong. After all, Hefeweizen is made in Germany, and the mug was made in China. Humph, never mind, ich bin nicht ein Corona, said the Hefeweizen. So the Hefeweizen considered the 2nd mug. This was a material the Hefeweizen had never seen before. It was a bit pliable and let some light through it, but it was so flimsy, almost squishy. It seemed like it might work in a pinch, but still felt all wrong. The Hefeweizen had heard about the places it should go, and it blooped in the beer's bubbles. "Plastic is nicht the right place for me," said the Hefeweizen. Eager to pour its soul out for someone to enjoy, the Hefeweizen stepped up to the 3rd beer mug on the counter. This mug was unique. It was opaque and cool to the touch. Its body seemed so robust and sturdy, and it even had a familiar logo on the front. It practically begged the Hefeweizen to jump in. So the Hefeweizen called out to the bottle opener, "Tri-la-la-la-dee-oh!" And the bottle opener came and popped its top. The Hefeweizen poured itself carefully and purposefully into the perfect Paulaner half-liter mug. Just then, the people came home. They saw the 2 empty mugs on the counter and saw the empty Hefeweizen bottle. And then they saw the Paulaner half-liter mug with the freshly poured Hefeweizen. They sang an Ein Prosit, and there was much ziki-zaki, hoi, hoi, hoing, and drinking, and everyone burped happily ever after. Prost, y'all. The end.
Thank you for joining Velina Polka for tonight's Beerzeit story, brought to you by the wunderbar family of Paulaner and Hacker Pschorr beers. Remember, the more you drink, the more you will like Beerzeit with Velina Polka. Und now, for more live music with Das Ist Lustig. Tonight's Beerzeit story with Velina Polka is brought to you by Paulaner USA. Throw your loved ones.
Okay, the sound is off.
We are back.
Are we back?
We are back.
We're back.
You better watch what you say, dear.
Oh, I was about to say something really naughty, but Stuart said that we needed a real Hefeweizen mug, not one of these. But we're working on that. We're building the collection. We started with the heavy steins, and for the second half of our show today, I'm going to have a Hacker Pschorr. That's, because they're really good too. Listen to this. Listen to this.
I think we do have a proper Hefeweizen glass.
We do.
Unfortunately, it's for the puppet show, it'd be real easy to knock it over.
Probably, yeah.
So we had to be careful with that. But, at least we've got the right branding for the right beer.
Oh, yeah. It still tastes good. But yeah, there really is nothing more beautiful than sitting on a mountaintop with the sun coming in kind of from the side in the evening around 8 p.m. in the Alps in the summer, and one of those tall Hefeweizens. Oh my goodness. That is paradise. Prost, y'all. So, Cheryl had a request, and I want to play it now because, well,
we had several requests.
we do. We have a lot of requests.
I hope you have a list written.
Well, let's do Red Raven Polka first while I'm still semi-sober. And after a couple more gulps, then we'll do Cheryl's request. We also had a request from Bob Suddy for Schützenliesel, which will make Mike Sunleitner and Diana happy because, yeah, we can pound onto tables and stuff. And what was the other request we had? Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, there was a Schützenliesel.
Yeah, the Schützenliesel from Bob Suddy. Yeah.
Bob Suddy.
Yeah. Red Raven Polka, coming for Kelsey Lean.
Boomba. But we can't afford a new floor just yet. All right, well, I promised that we would do a little something that Deborah, John's wife, loves. And she happens to be online right now. She's doing a project with her mom tonight, so she can't be here for very long. So we're all going to do this together right now for Deborah. Deborah, are you ready? This is the Tiki-Taki Hokey Pokey that we came up with. Audience interaction. Everybody get their beers. Here we go. You put your beer stein in, you put your beer stein out, you put your beer stein in and you prost it all about. You do the tiki-taki and you drink your beer all down. That's what it's all about. You pick your beer stein up, you set your beer stein down, you pick your beer stein up and you prost your beer all round. You do the tiki-taki and you drink your beer all down. That's what it's all about. You put your beer belly in, you put your beer belly out, you put your beer belly in and you wiggle it about. You do the tiki-taki and you drink your beer all down. That's what it's all about. And now you stand up. You're not standing. If you don't stand up, they won't stand up. And now you sit down. And now you stand up and you prost your beer all round. You do the tiki-taki and you drink your beer all down. Time for another round. Prost, y'all! Hey, Deborah, it's good to see you here tonight. Deborah's the life of the party. If you guys are ever lucky enough to be at a festival where Deborah and John are hanging out, especially when Paulaner is the sponsor, oh my goodness. You haven't seen a party till you've hung out with them. Especially when John puts on his I'm not at work anymore hat. That's fun. All righty.
You know, if you've ever seen his hat, I mean, it's got like, I don't know, 5,000 pins on it. That hat must weigh a good
as
15.
much as that accordion.
I think I've seen bowling balls that weigh less than that hat. It's really impressive to see.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So Tulips of Amsterdam was requested. Why don't we do that? It's a pretty waltz. Everybody, you've just prosted your beer together. You have held your beers at arm's length away from each other, which is social distancing. Now you know if you grab your partner like this, all the way this far away, grab your partner like this and dance. You can waltz together and still be at 6 feet distance. Isn't that cool?
Leave some room for Jesus.
Leave room for Jesus and all the apostles. All right, Tulips of Amsterdam. Let's waltz. Daddy, are you singing along at home? I see Sammy and Mike Turek are in the house. Ja, met een polderzeehaantje. Ach meid, ik heb je zo graag. Hoe kan dat nou niet, zeehaantje? Morgen ga ik naar Den Haag. En bij de oudere molen komt de hemel zo blauw. Ik heb je zo lief en jij hebt mij lief. Ach Antje, ik heb jou getrouwd. I see Janet and Brian Berliner in the house. For Carol and Don up there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulips of Amsterdam. Jawohl.
Boy, that song is missing your dad.
Yeah, I know. He can sing in that key. I don't really sing in that key.
And
I harmonize
you gave
in
me
it.
that look that made me think you were going to sing, and then you didn't.
That's
And so I kind of had to shift the arrangement around a little bit.
well. I didn't know if you were going to repeat the
Well, I was
chorus,
just
or if
kind
you
of
were going to go to that verse thingy that I
Expecting
always.
you to sing, but
We didn't talk about it before we played.
arrangements while you wait.
It happens. Did
Just
y'all
like-
did y'all
just
see
like
us
we
looking at each
rehearsed
other?
it.
Did you see it? Because
What?
we were making faces at each other. Could you see it while we were playing? when you play back later, you check it out. We do that a lot on stage too.
Play it back later, or play it backwards, or
Yeah, play it backwards. No, don't play it backwards.
well, who knows what you might hear if you play it backwards.
Scooter squawking.
I'm not sure about that, but
She's quiet tonight. Okay, Cheryl had a request.
okay,
And after Cheryl's request, we're going to do Bob Suddy's request
okay.
and Pound on Tables.
So what was Cheryl's?
But before I run out of beer, I would like to sing I Like Beer.
Oh, that was Cheryl's request.
That was Cheryl's request. My mom probably put her up to it, but that was Cheryl's request.
Yeah.
See, they all have each other's phone numbers and they text each other behind the scenes and they think we're not on to them.
Yeah, we know. We got your number.
We know what y'all are up to. But if not, maybe just great minds think alike, and we don't mind that at all. Do I still have the words to that song?
I don't
There they
know.
are. I found them. Okay.
You
Because, you know, a beer and a half before the show.
You need to know the words to I like beer.
I need the words for everything coming up real soon. I can feel it. In some of my songs, I have casually mentioned the fact that I like to drink beer. This little song is more to the point, so roll out the barrel and lend me your ear. I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It helps me unwind, and sometimes it makes me feel mellow. Makes her feel mellow. Whiskey's too rough, champagne costs too much, and vodka puts my mouth in gear. This little refrain, it helps me explain. As a matter of fact, I like beer. My man often frowns when we're out on the town. I'm wearing a suit and a tie. He's sipping vermouth, and he thinks I'm a couth when I yell as the waitress walks by, "Hey, I like beer!" It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It helps me unwind, and sometimes it makes me feel mellow. Makes you feel mellow. That's y'all's part. Whiskey's too rough, champagne costs too much, vodka puts my mouth in gear. This little refrain, it helps me explain. As a matter of fact, I like beer. Last night I dreamed I passed from the scene. I went to a place so sublime. The water was clear and it tasted like beer. Then they turned it all into wine. Bah! I like beer. Hey, it makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It helps me unwind, and sometimes it makes me feel mellow. Turn her to jello. I hope y'all are singing along. Whiskey's too rough, champagne costs too much, and vodka puts my mouth in gear. This little refrain, it ain't so insane. As a matter of fact, I like beer. This little refrain, it helps me explain. As a matter of fact, I like beer. It's such a pretty little mug of beer. It says Paulaner, but it's Hacker Pschorr inside, but that's okay. It didn't bruise because of it. It tastes just as good. Okay, social distance, Prost. Watch, y'all. Watch. Prost. And we're gonna do this 6 feet. How do you think they came up with the 6 feet distance? Because you can still toast a beer and not share germs.
Oh, wait.
But now we have to wash our hands.
I think, isn't that in the Vatican?
You put a booger on. Oh. Yes, that's in the Vatican.
On the ceiling, you know?
Yeah, the ceiling of the Vatican tells the story of the last time there was a coronavirus plague, and they
No,
were
it doesn't.
they were trying to stay 6 feet away
Now you're
from
just
each
making
other.
stuff up.
This is what happens when I have a couple of sips. John the Paulaner is great tonight. So is the Hacker Pschorr. Our current load of Paulaner and Hacker Pschorr came from the Round Top Mercantile. We were out shopping a couple of weeks ago and refilled the fridge with all sorts of delicious stuff from there. You can get those products right there in Round Top.
So, we had the request for Schutz and Liesel.
Schutz and Liesel!
Yeah?
Yeah, Dunkel.
Speaking
Get out-
of Round
get
Top,
out of the room.
don't they have an annual...
They have a Schützenverein and an annual Schützenfest. And
A shooting Verein, a Schützenverein is a shooting club.
Not to be confused
So, you know,
with the
they-
Schießen Verein. Wait, never mind.
So I think they kind of do the German thing, you know, where you have some beer and you shoot off guns, and
Beer and guns.
maybe
What's
not
more
necessarily
Texas
in
than
that order, but
There's a reason Germans came to Texas. They heard you could have beer and guns here. Or did that happen because Germans came here? I don't know.
But anyway, the song talks about a shooting contest, and of course, you know, if you've been to some of the, well, like Rudy Lechner's, for example, they have these up by the hostess station. They have these little. They look like a sign, a hand painted sign. What they are is a target that you might shoot at if you were at one of these contests, and that's one of the prizes that you might receive if you do really well. You get to keep the target. But they're really pretty hand painted kind of stuff. Real nice to look at. Nice prize.
Before we go into Schützenlieds, I'm going to tell you because my memory is going to get really short here very soon.
Okay.
David asked for Major Tom again in honor of the rocket going tonight.
Oh, yeah, the
Today,
SpaceX.
yeah, we made it to space again, finally. So cool. We can all come together and love that. Isn't that cool? Okay. Schützenliesel, pound on the tables, don't spill the beer, and put Dunkel away so he doesn't get in trouble. Heute ist Schützenfest im goldenen Land. Alle kommen zusammen. Jeder Bubel hat sein Zwölfehand. Jeder nimmt sich zusammen. Freibier kriegen die Schützen und die Mädeln eine Küsse. 98 Bürgermeister trifft den ersten Schuss. Schießen, Lise, dreimal heiß gebracht. Schießen, Lise, du hast mir das mitgebracht. Ja, schießen, Lise, dafür hab ich dir. Jetzt bin ich der Schützenkönig und du bleibst bei mir. Jodele, 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 jodele. Immer wenn du dich jetzt küssen lässt, jodele, 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 denk ich an Schützenfest. Mit dem Freibescheid, der wir ins Adenor. Und noch beim Nachhauswandern singen wir den Chor. Schießen, Melisse, dreimal hast gedacht. Schießen, Melisse, du hast mir das mitgebracht. Ja, schießen, Melisse, dafür danke ich dir. Jetzt bin ich der Schützenkönig und du bleibst bei mir. Jodele, 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 jodele,
was another request we had earlier.
What was that?
Well, I think a certain individual wanted to hear.
Oh, yeah. David wanted to hear you play the little toy accordion. Okay, are y'all ready for Christmas in
In
May?
almost July.
It's like
Or
Christmas.
almost June, I mean.
Because, I mean,
So,
may as well. No rules.
yeah, one of these Cracker Barrel specials that you can get.
Did you get that at Cracker Barrel, or did you actually? I think you bought that one at Best Stop in Louisiana.
We may have bought it at. Well, I think we've bought them at different areas.
Yeah.
Some of them.
And we gave one away to our friend Annie Gong, who's from New Zealand, and she plays accordion concerts on ships. Thankfully, she was not on a ship when everything shut down. She was home, so she's been doing some online concerts as well. Anyway, here's the toy accordion. Is what it looks like, and you don't want to stretch those bellows out too much. just a little bit. Don't go Alex Meixner on that thing. I'm not sure it could handle that.
Maybe go.
It's Jimi Hendrix.
Or Tommy.
Or Tommy. Yeah, Tommy puts that concertina over his head. Yeah. Okay, so here's Ross with a little Christmas in May. Uh-oh. Hey, that sounded pretty good.
Oh, it was.
I mean, you made like 2 mistakes at the end, but
Well, I don't normally play this instrument. It's kind of limited. I mean, I run out of air real fast.
yeah, it needs to.
It leaks like a sieve.
It was $25.
What do you
I mean,
expect? It's a Chinese accordion.
for an accordion
Let's
to sound
hope
like
that they never start trying to make the real accordions, because I think we'll be in big trouble.
they'll put Corona in it. We don't want that.
That or Melmac.
Melmac.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Or
what a
lead.
$25 accordion sounds like, and the one he's been playing in the shows. That's what a $15,000 accordion sounds like. Just in case you're wondering the price difference there. If you're wanting to learn to play accordion, you can get a decent.
Example A,
Yeah.
example B.
You can get a decent second-hand accordion, maybe a small, like a 96 bass accordion. That would be the number of buttons on the left-hand side, and for about $500-$600. But it's not going to be like something you can use for concerts. It's something you can begin with. Yeah. And then you'll want to step up from there. But it's good to grab something that's somewhat affordable to try out first and see if you can do it. Because, I mean, they're heavy, too. I mean, it's great when you're playing this way. The bellows are breathing in, and you're playing. The next thing you know, you got to shove them back in. That's why I don't play accordion. Okay.
I think we need to get back to the show.
I'm getting distracted by the Paulaner over here.
Yeah, I think you're getting a little bit too distracted.
Let's see. I was going to mention some people that were here tonight. And now I have to scroll up to see their names again because I didn't write it down. Oh, Glenn! How could I forget Glenn? Glenn's in the house. Yeah.
Like Glenn Renfro?
Like Glenn Renfro is
Oh,
out there.
wow.
He's probably got his drum set up, and he's probably
Wow.
playing us into his earphones.
What
so
a
he
great honor to have the great
the great Geraldo the
Geraldo.
Magnificent. Yeah.
Geraldo the Magnificent in the house.
Yeah. He was my inspiration to play percussion instruments.
Well, and I mean, he is the master of
He
the
is.
Holtzen Glechter.
And the master of the timpani drums and the mounted cowbells and
You know,
singing saw and
I have never seen a German band percussionist do well. I guess I should say, Glenn is not just a drummer. He's a percussionist.
he's a musician who happens to play drums.
Extraordinaire. And, it wasn't uncommon, to go to an Alpenfest show and, he'd have this drum set, but then he'd have a set of timpani back there too. And just really would pull out all the stops for everything. We miss you, Glenn.
Ed's in the house.
Hey,
Ed
Ed.
Karish, yeah, Ed Karish plays accordion over at Rudy Lechner's. He played a Christmas concert with me last year. We played a private party up in the Woodlands together. Had a lot of fun. He plays a lot of 1930s big band stuff and some of the old standards as well as polka music. Lots of really good American polkas. A lot of stuff that Leinert Groman taught him how to play years ago right here in Houston. Some of his arrangements sound just like Ross's. I'm like, you play a lot like Ross. This is really cool. It was easy to play with you, Ed. Lots of fun. Who else
and
is
I
in it?
finally got to hear rum and Coca-Cola.
Yeah, we did. We looked it up, but not
And
going
believe
to
it
be
or
an
not,
easy one for us. But
you know, it's a calypso song, but believe it or not, you know, we also stumbled upon Julio Iglesias also did that song in Spanish.
yeah, he did. Yeah,
It wasn't just the Andrews sisters. It
No.
was Julio Iglesias as well.
There's some good music out there. Leroy is in the house. Tammy is home with Brian now. I see she's online. And Becky is online. Donna, one of my friends from Jazzercise, is online. We should do something else upbeat for that.
Yeah, I think we
Let's
need
see.
to.
What were we going to do next? We
play
had another request, didn't we? We had a request for Major Tom. Let's see. Did we get all the ones that we promised from last week? Yes, I think we covered all the ones we promised from last week. So, I know since Glenn's in the house, we need to play something on the xylophone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and since Donna's here from Jazzercise, Donna's from Wisconsin, and she's really high energy. She probably would enjoy that as well.
So are we doing xylophone?
Let's do a xylophone piece right now before I get
Okay.
too stupid.
I think you're beyond that point, dear.
I'm a stagehand right now.
If only we had. If only I could get near the computer, I could change the camera scene and let you look at something a little more interesting than Valina moving everything around. I'll take Holston Collectors for 500, please.
All right, Glenn, you ready? You got yours out? Ready to play?
So what are we going to play?
Circus rinse. I feel like twirling a lot.
How do you rinse a circus?
I don't know, but I'm going to make my ponytail go around a lot.
Okay. time for a break. And the crowd went wild. Or we're indifferent. Get your mugs ready. Hold on.
Hang on
I
a
can't get to
second.
my mug.
He has to. We don't have a grip that can help you with that, do we?
We don't have anyone behind the scenes to help us out.
Little Dipper's occupied.
Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Eins, zwei, drei, super! Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke! Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke! Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke! Prost! Paulaner and Hacker Pschorr Bier ist wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Oh, my dad says Mom applauded after that song. At least one crowd went wild. Mike and Diana haven't said anything for a few minutes. I hope Dunkel didn't eat them.
I doubt that.
Probably not. Edita has come on board.
Wow.
Yeah, Edita's in the house. She and Chris have been really busy for the last several months, changing some things up, and they're online. Why don't we play You Light a Polka for them? Because Edita taught me how to pronounce this song. Good to see you guys. Young lady who's flirting with a carriage driver as he rides through town. And they look each other in the eyes and they think each other is kind of cute. Carriage driver looks at the girl and he's like, I like your eyes. She looks at him and says, I like your eyes too. So he then wants to know where she sleeps at night. And she says, well, I sleep in our attic and nobody can climb up there. I don't know the end of the story, but if you can speak Slovak, or if you're really nice to Edita, she might tell you. In pańskiej koci ma modre oczy, on se nevitava kleja z noci. You lie da, ja cię mam rada. You lie da, ja cię rada. A ja śpię sama na naszej płycie. Zawitam za mną chwilę nie może. You lie da, ja cię mam rada. You lie da, ja cię rada. I think this is the part where they're almost into the attic.
Si say you lie do, si say spy you lie da, ya chimamrada. You lie da, ya chirada. Hey! Dziękuję. Did I say that right?
Dziękuję.
I hope I said it right. I'm going to have some pivo. It's still Hacker Pschorr, but it's pivo if you're having it in Slovak. Right? I think so.
Nastrovi, nice driveway.
John Falk is in the house. Let's see.
You know, I had an idea for a song. And
Tammy
it's-
says she's sewing masks upstairs and Brian is all by himself downstairs.
Oh my goodness.
But does he know how to get up there? That's the question. If he knows how to get up the stairs, everything's good, I think.
I think he can probably get up the
He
stairs.
can probably find his way up the stairs. So you were thinking of something and I cut you off. What was it?
Well, it's something we haven't played in a very long, long time.
Is that a good idea?
Maybe, maybe not. I guess it's one of those things we can see how it goes and see what happens. You know, it's kind of well, it's difficult to say if it's French or German or what, because the song is associated with France. However, the gentleman that wrote the song, he was I guess you could say he was a German immigrant to France.
Okay.
It was a German that actually was able to get into the conservatory.
Hi, Joe. Joe Klaus is hanging out with us tonight.
Oh wow.
See, you drink Paulaner on screen and everybody comes in to party.
But anyway, he kind of changed his name a little bit to make it sound a little bit more French. Instead of Johann, he goes by the name of Jacques Offenbach. So he kept the last name, but changed his first name, Jacques Offenbach. Little song that, well, it's an overture to a operetta called Orpheus in the Underworld.
Okay, ladies, be ready to dance interpretively for your guys.
You'll recognize the last part of this for sure.
You're at home and nobody can see you unless you videotape yourselves and send it to us. Now, we're going to encourage that as well, but, you know, interpretive dancing.
Paulaner time.
Paulaner time. What's that song that Hops and Schnapps sing? My Fraulein is pretzel time. It's now time, Paulaner time. I can't change the words when I'm tipsy.
Well, and I'm not sure if this is still a early night show or late night show.
We have passed the 9 p.m. mark, so we could go anywhere now. Dankeschön, Dankeschön. We see the applause coming up on the thingy, Ross.
Well, we had that other request.
Oh yeah, we did.
The Americans have sent the Americans into space for the first time since 2011.
2, 1, blast off! We're in space. Okay, are y'all ready to dance? I'm ready to dance.
You may be in space. I'm here in Texas.
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
Scooter was laughing at me
just
though
making
when I
sure.
when I said we're in space. Scooter is over there laughing in her cage. All right, y'all ready to dance? Here we go. Donna, join us. This is one of David's favorites.
I do not feel weightless at the moment.
So where do we go from there?
I can't feel my face.
You can't feel your face.
No, unless I put my hand on it. Then I can feel it. Scooter is singing over there. She keeps making funny
You
little
know that
peep
trick,
noises.
right?
What trick?
Well, come here.
What?
Show me. You say you can't feel your face.
I can't feel my face.
Put your hand on your face. Let's see if you can feel it.
No. You're not gonna. I'm not that tipsy yet. Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear Scooter laugh? She's over there laughing. If I get her out and bring her on camera, she's gonna freeze up and just not do anything. But yeah, she's standing on her food bowl and wiggling back and forth and laughing.
Well, have we gotten all our requests in, or
I think we have. I think we have done all of our requests, but let me check because something might have come in that I didn't see because I haven't been reading for a while. So tell them a joke or something like.
I don't know any jokes.
You don't
At
know
least
any
not ones I
jokes?
can tell.
Like, oh, it's after 9. Okay.
You know, like they say, what's on Facebook stays on Facebook and a million other places.
My cousins in Canada are out tonight. Hi, Robin. Hi, Don. Hi, Abigail. Abigail just turned 21.
Wow.
And we did not, we were not plugged in or doing anything on her birthday, but we are now. So is Abigail with you guys? Could play happy birthday for Abigail.
Sure.
It's not every day you turn 21 and can open up your first beer.
Zumgeburtstag, viel Glück.
Zumgeburtstag, viel Glück. Zumgeburtstag, alles Gute. Zumgeburtstag, viel Glück. Now sing along in Canadian. Happy birthday to you, eh? Happy birthday to you, eh? Happy birthday, dear Abigail. Happy birthday to you, eh?
Have many more.
Eh? Now, Ross,
Okay,
now you
all
have a
right,
joke. Happy
all
birthday,
right.
Abigail.
That reminds me. Maybe I don't know if anyone out there is familiar with Canadian history or not, but someone was telling me the story about how Canada got the name Canada. You're probably wondering, well, how do they pick a name like that? Well, anyway, the Canadian people, they had put together a government of sorts. They were ready to go. They had a lot of their documents ready to go. But the one thing that they were lacking is they hadn't figured out what are we going to call this place that we live in. So they couldn't come to a good consensus on it. So they decided, well, let's do this a way where no one can argue with it. Let's just do a lottery. So anyway, they get this little basket. You've seen them before, for the lottery. They got the little basket with the balls in it that have different letters in their case. So anyway, the guy's got the basket. He's giving it a crank and spinning the numbers around. Pulls the first one out and looks at it. C, eh? So he cranks it around a little bit more. Pulls the next one out. N, eh? Cranks it some more. D, eh? So that's how it got its name. Canada.
Yeah. Carl says his cockatiel is also singing along. So the accordion music is just popular with birds, and I'm finding that almost every accordion
It's all
player.
going to the birds.
It is. That's okay though. I mean, there are songs about birds.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. You want to sing Jake's favorite?
Jake's favorite.
You should do Jake's
Is Jake
favorite.
out there?
I don't know if Jake is out there because Jake and Chardon Polka Band always do a live show on Saturday nights as well, and he may be himself going through all the comments and trying to respond to everybody during his show, but we can play it because he may log on and watch later on. And if I tell him the timestamp, he'll check it out.
Okay.
And I mean, it's Chardon Polka Band. They're good friends of ours. Let's sing it for him anyway. And everybody else out there. Bill Palmer, I wonder if he's listening. Because he passed this song, and he did not write this parody, but he passed this song along to Kevin Hatcher, who sang it for Ross when Ross was a little kid. And I used to hear it as well.
It's stuck with me all these years.
It has stuck with us all these years. So it's after 9 o'clock.
Well, this is not a.
Rachel.
This is a song you could do any time of the day. Actually,
That's true. Song about birdies.
Ralph the tragic seagull lives by the sea and frolics in the garbage dump where he takes it out on me. Up and down the beach, vacationers would stare and marvel at his marksmanship as it landed in their hair. Oh, Ralph the tragic seagull lives by the sea and frolics in the garbage dump where he takes it out on me. Then one day it happened. Ralph breathed his final breath. He ate a pack of Fina Mint and dumped himself to death. Well, there you go.
Thank you.
For those of you that do not know this, you know, I've had a few people ask me, well, what is Fina Mint?
Well, it's minty flavor.
It is a chewing gum, but it's not just a chewing gum. It is a laxative chewing gum. I don't know if they still make it anymore.
I don't know,
it's
but
probably not on the market anymore, but Fina Mint was a laxative gum.
Now nowadays you go to the tea aisle and you have it's a little more socially acceptable nowadays. You go to the tea aisle and you buy the Smooth Move.
Well, I'm going to show my age here, but you know, there used to be this cowboy that would come on TV and he'd be playing his guitar and you'd be going, Doxadan, Doxadan, when nature needs a helping hand.
What are you cleaning up with that helping hand?
Well, I don't know, but let's go to something more pleasant.
So Stuart asked for a song that Alex Meixner plays, and I don't think we can pull it off because
what is that song?
is anything better than beer?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we can hear it in our heads kind of, and we sing along when Alex plays, but I'm not sure we can pull that off. That's when we don't even know it well enough to know what key to play it in. So Stuart, tune in to Alex. He'll probably play it for you. In fact, he's taking requests right now because he's doing a show tomorrow evening, I think. Tomorrow's Sunday? Yes. Speaking of Sunday, our pastor is also online watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if he still is because he's doing sermons tomorrow. He's probably going to be getting his rest really soon.
Well, the fortunate thing is that we don't have to
tomorrow morning isn't as early
as it normally is because
it's a combined service.
We have two congregations. We
do.
have an English congregation and a Hispanic congregation, Spanish congregation. But tomorrow we're having a joint service together, so we're meeting at a little bit later time and combining everything together. So, how about while you're checking all that, I'll play a march or something.
That sounds good. All right.
Since we're
If
in
you have any
the
requests-
genre of birds, let's do Under the Double Eagle.
Oh, Lord. Just get out.
Beautiful march, but a stupid place to sit.
Get out an umbrella. Y'all send in your requests. Oh, no. I saw that, David.
And the crowd had a drink. Prost, y'all.
Prost. Paulaner time.
Hey now, y'all, it's Paulaner time. Sweet and yummy Paulaner time. I mean, I'm doing this off the top of my head.
I don't think that's going to work.
Just listen to Hops and Schnapps next time they're online.
Listen to pretzel time.
Pretzel time is way better.
So let's do a...
Oh, we're going to get toasted together. I'm already toasted. Let's be toasted.
Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit, der Gemütlichkeit. Eins, zwei, drei, super! Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke! Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke! Zicke, zacke, zicke, zacke! Prost!
I had to take a breath. So, we had some requests come in, Ross. Are you
We
ready
did.
for this list of requests?
Uh-oh. Is this stuff we know?
No.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
What'd they ask you to do? Jump off backwards and
No. They
do a somersault while you play the xylophone?
They asked you to play Sweet Caroline.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But Alex Meixner's in the house. So maybe if he sings along from Florida, it'll be loud enough to cover our mistakes.
I don't think it works that way.
David Bolt asked for it.
Oh, wow.
So when David asks for, David usually gets what he asks for. I don't know why. He just does.
Well, I mean, I guess we can, sometimes you throw mud at the wall and it sticks.
Are you calling Sweet Caroline mud?
Well, I'm just saying, we're kind of pulling it out of unspeakable places. We don't normally play this, so...
Okay, let me see. There's also a request for Champagne Polka
that
from Amanda
we can-
and Cody. So we'll do that after Sweet Caroline because
Yeah,
that way we can
'cause
mess
if it
up
crashes
Sweet...
and burns.
Yeah, then you can redeem yourself with one that you kind of know. And let's see. And let's see, Viva. Okay, that's it. All right, y'all, sing along. This is the No Touching Hands song.
Boy, I hope you may have to cue me a little bit because I don't remember what we do with
Oh,
it.
okay.
If we do anything with it.
I'll do my best. I don't even really sing in these keys. So y'all sing really loud, okay?
What key is it?
I don't know.
What key have you been doing it in?
The intro says A minor, and
Okay.
then B minor and D, and then okay. Where it began, I can't begin to know when, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands, washing hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sing along, Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when I'm with you? One, touching
There you go.
That was fun. Thanks for asking for that, David.
Arrangements while you wait.
Okay, so whenever that song is asked for at a festival, just make sure you do it after both of us have had an entire serving, at least one full serving of Paulaner or Hacker Pschorr, or we won't otherwise get through it. This performance fueled by Paulaner and Hacker Pschorr, München.
So you said there were more requests coming in.
There was. Champagne Polka was
Oh, yes.
requested.
Well, why don't we do that one and you can read on.
Yeah, I'm gonna read while you champagne. Jessica, Michael, and Wade are in the house. Roast y'all. Alex is here. I'm assuming he would have approved of that song. He's headbanging. It's
I
getting
don't know.
sweat all over our floor.
He would probably headbang to something else. But,
That's probably true.
well, actually, he probably would headbang to that too.
Yeah, I think so. So I made these.
He probably would even headbang to Edelweiss if he could.
He might, yeah. I made these for Alex back in December, January. I was working on 200 of them to pass out at Alex's shows and at festivals. And you can keep cool with Alex and headbang with Alex. And on the back, we've mentioned our tours to Europe. Enjoy this fun items, compliments of, I can't read, Valina and Ross with Lustig Tours Holiday, exclusive small group trips to Europe. Prostjall.com/Lustig Tours. So, and the image on the front is used with permission from Alex Meixner. Alex is not affiliated in any way with Lustig Tours, but someday if we get rich enough, we will take him with us, just because that would be lots of fun. And we'd probably have like 2 buses of people if that happened and stuff and things. But anyway, we're just big fans.
Speaking of tours,
we do have tours.
We
were going to leave on June 9th, but we can't this year because somebody got sick.
Well, yeah. Well, they've locked down a few things.
Yeah.
And,
they're still just kind of coming back. I mean, the whole world is still just kind of coming back to kind of a semblance of
but
normalcy.
We have it in the works to do a tour again next year.
Basically taking this year's tour and just pasting it on to next year, June 8th through 22. And we have a little bit of space available.
Absolutely.
We had 16 people signed up, and a couple of them have had to back out because next year's dates didn't work for them. However, the rest are still signed up to go. So we have a little bit of space, and we can, at this point, we can still add a few more with the maximum being 26 people.
Well, you should tell them where we're going.
We're going to go to Berlin. We're going to go to Potsdam. We're going to go to Prague. We're going to go to Kutná Hora, Český Krumlov, Regensburg, Halle an der Saale, Leipzig, which is Houston's sister city. Where else are we going? We're doing a whole bunch of things in between.
Well, we're focusing on the former East Germany.
Yes, former East side. Yeah, we'll be in Bavaria just for about 2 days.
And into the Czech Republic.
Yeah. And I've never been to the Czech
Wittenberg.
Republic. Wittenberg, yes, we're going to Wittenberg,
Wittenberg.
Lutherstadt. So, and we're hoping that the festivals that we were going to hit this year, because we had 2 Saturdays planned for festivals. We were going to go to Luther's Hochzeit in Wittenberg, which is a wedding festival celebrated every year.
The Luther's wedding festival.
Yeah, and it's like a Renaissance festival, but it's with a wedding and reception as the centerpiece of the festival. And then a week later, on the next Saturday, we're going to go to Český Krumlov for the 5-petal rose festival. And it's basically this huge Renaissance festival and lots of live music and street performers and surrounded by all of the things that look like they're from that period in time and older. So how cool could that be? But that's where we're going, and we're hoping that all of these things that we had planned this year will survive this thing that's happening right now, and that we'll get to go next year and do all the things we plan to do this year. We're keeping the itinerary the same as much as we can. We already have the hotels reserved, and the bus company is raring to go. Our driver has emailed a couple of times and said, "I miss you guys," and we've answered back, "We miss you too," in our select accents. And
well, it is getting to be close to that time.
Pinkelstube time.
So
2 beers, 2 hours. It's time.
What are we going to end?
I don't know. What are we going to end with? Let's see what got requested. Can you yodel?
Possibly.
The Wilsons are in the house. We know what they like.
I know a lot of what they like.
I don't see any fresh requests of stuff that we actually know how to play. So, do you want to do Bergie Foggy Boogie?
Let me get a good sippy and
Let us get some yodeling juice, and we're going to yodel for you guys.
Hopefully the allergies have not kicked in.
And there's a smiley face in my beer. That happens to me a lot. Hello, Dee. It's kind of there.
Well, we'll see.
Sometimes the yodel is the first thing to go, and sometimes it's the last thing to be there when I drink beer.
Well, thank you so much for watching.
Jawohl, thanks for joining in on our Paulaner and Hacker Pschorr evening. Make sure to go out and go grocery shopping and get you some. Again, if you're wanting to see Hacker Pschorr and Paulaner in your local restaurant or bar and they don't have it, let us know because we'll pass that along to John and he'll see about maybe getting it in there for you.
And if you like our music and enjoy what we've done, we always do appreciate tips. They help us keep this stuff going.
There's room in the tip booth.
Yeah, there is some room in the tip.
We're running out of beer already, so y'all
Uh-oh.
tip us. Yeah.
And also, if you're interested, we have CDs and T-shirts and all kinds of things
Hat
available.
pins.
Just check out our website at prostjall.com. And is there anything else you'd like to?
I think that's all. Thanks for joining us tonight. Prost, y'all.